Alright, so today I'll be making an omelet in a Ziplock bag. As you can already see, I've already had this pre-made. What you do is you crack a bunch of omelets, or you crack a bunch of eggs, of course, and place them into the Ziplock bag. Now, you can whisk them in a bowl or something, then pour them into the bag, but I prefer to just put the eggs in here and then just do this. It does the whisking job for you. Also, if you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but I've put pepper into the bag because I like pepper in my omelets. Alright, so I'm going to lay that aside for now because I also would like to place in some ham, because I like ham in my omelets. I like ham and cheese omelets. So I don't have any ham on me, nor do I have any bacon. But what I do have, I have lunch meat ham, which I'm cutting up into little slices, just little shreds. I mean, I could rip it up, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just cutting it up right now. I usually just rip it up if I'm like really hungry, but right now I'm just gonna go ahead and like just cut these. Yeah. Most people are like, omelets in a Ziploc bag? Why the hell would you do that? Because I can. I mean, I'm not the one who invented it. I don't know who invented it. All I know is that my friend told me about it off a video he saw on YouTube. So I thought that I'd share my omelet to people too. I mean, you could do anything you want to the ingredients that you want to put in. I am going to microwave this to kind of cook it a little bit before I just toss it into there. Because what I've realized is that if you don't cook it, then it'll end up it'll just end up being a lot more slippery. And so when you're cutting into it, you know, I mean, it'll all taste pretty much the same. This might taste better. This is the first time I'm microwaving, so I don't know. It might be better to actually fry these, but I don't really care right now. Let's see, a minute or so. Now while it's doing that, probably shouldn't have my camera on top of the microwave, but I'm gonna wash my hands. Because, you know, it's always good to have clean hands, clean workspace, all that this time, especially when you're in the kitchen, and especially if it's something that you're going to be putting into your mouth and consuming, because you want as least germs as possible. And some pieces have some black on it, so some pieces were actually burning, but you know, that's actually okay. So what I'm going to end up doing now is I'm going to take a butter knife. I'm going to take this butter knife here, and I am going to scrape all of the ham into this bag here. I'm going to rinse this plate off. I'm going to use it for the omelet itself afterwards. Alright. I'm going to turn the boiling water on. And I guess you just wait for it to boil. Alright, so the water seems to be boiling now. What we're going to do now is... Now basically this is how it works. Notice how the bag has a little fold at the bottom. The fold is basically the omelet laying over on itself. Now, if you want a bigger omelet, or a flatter omelet or whatever, I guess you would have to kind of fold the bag to raise, you know, the water level here. And then just do this. And this is pretty much all it is. Now, you might not have to stand here and hold it, depending on what kind of fixture. Some people put clothespins here, you know. Me, I stand here to hold it because I like to watch the process, because I don't want anything to happen like this. If this bag were to touch this pot is really hot. If the bag was to touch the pot could burn the bag, hole in the bag. You could have eggs spilling everywhere, depending on at what time it burns. I mean, it might just be like cooked by then. There's a lot of stuff that can go wrong if you leave food unattended while it's cooking. So I'm just gonna stand here and just hold this. I mean, yes, there's hot air blowing at my hand, and it is hot. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I switch hands, but I mean, I don't need to. I mean, if I hold it this way, then the air rises, and I'm over here, so it doesn't really affect me. As long as the bag doesn't touch the pot itself, the bag is being cooked by the water, not the pot. I believe the term is called boiling. I mean, it might actually be good to open the bag and let that air that accumulates come out, so that the bag won't float as much. Yes, this is really, really hot. Really hot. Now while that's cooking, I mean, the process is similar to, scrambling an egg. And it pretty much is. Only you just don't break up the pieces. And after this, you can add anything. I mean, I only added ham, but you can add anything you want. Chives, you can add that to the inside, or you can just wait till the omelet comes out and you're ready to throw it on a plate. You can put chives on top of that. Tomatoes, same thing. It's all up to your preference where you want to put the ingredients you want to use. Some people like ketchup on the omelet. Not me. I just like cheese on it. And chives. Chives are good. I might put some Italian seasoning on this. I don't normally, but I might this time. It might be good to butter the bag. I didn't, so that it doesn't cause any stick. I mean, it might be a smart thing to do, but I'm just not smart. Hey, look at me, I'm making an omelet in a bag. Come on. So, I mean, it's pretty much done. Depending on how you like if you like it cooked more or less, how solid you want it, or if you want it a little softer, or drier actually, because what the water starts to do first is it seems that it cooks the outside of the egg. All the egg that's on the inside of like a taco, isn't cooked until after the outside. So I just like to make sure that all of it's cooked. I'm going to turn this water off. Apparently it is cooked on the outside. The inside is still really wet actually. So I mean, you could leave it like that, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to try to pour out the some of the inside juice. Yeah, it's hot. But some of that inside juice contains the ham that I put in earlier, so you don't want to get rid of too much of it. And also, it's not like a taste bag. Basically, voila, it's an omelet that I made in a Ziploc bag. I mean, like I said earlier, you can put anything you want on it. Tomatoes, ketchup, some people like. And it all depends on what you like. So, me, I'm going to put some Italian seasoning on it. Never done that before, so I'll try it. Just a little bit, not too much. Alright. And that's what the finished product looks like. Not really finished though, even though I said finished product. I'm going to put some cheese on it and I'm going to melt it. But you do whatever you want to do, and that's how I make a omelet in the Ziploc bag. You can make your own now, or before, whatever. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If not, then at least I got your view.